Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. We are still in the yellow target box, and if you remember, I gave you the target box somewhere up here. We came into it and you can see how perfectly that target box is working both as support and resistance. So I think that was spot on. I did say that in this target box I expect the turnaround. My worst case move to the downside was $175. Now we did not get below that. 178 we pretty much did hold, and since then we've been moving up. My primary expectation still remains that we come into this yellow target box up here between $310 and $345. That would be the completion of a wave 5, Elliott wave method. If you are subscribing, or if you have subscribed to this channel for a while, then you will know about this method and you will understand it. If not, you can check out my second channel, link in the description, More Trading Online. There I talk about the Elliott wave method as well. But overall, we can see, as expected as well, and that is also why I make this video, that we are breaking here outside of this bullish pattern. If you remember in my last video, I told you that we were in this broadening descending wedge, something that we don't see very often. But I expected a breakout to the upside because a broadening descending wedge is a bullish pattern. And on top of that, we can also use the Elliott wave method to give us an understanding of where we are actually in the market cycle and measure market sentiment. And overall, here we were in a wave 4 in my view. That might have been completed now with the low at $181 and we could now continue our move up here to that wave 5. So yeah, this is looking good. We broke out as expected. Now finding resistance pretty much also as expected here at $230 at the 0.214 fib level. That's a key fib level, obviously also the resistance of this target box. If we get above that, that would be a really bullish sign, above $230, and I think then we can start to climb the fibs again and move beyond the all-time high and also move into the yellow target box. I think that is looking currently really good, really strong, probably also driven here by Ethereum's strong move to the upside today, but also Ethereum is currently struggling with a key resistance level at $4,850, but that's looking good so far. The Elliott waves have so far helped us to predict this move correctly so far, and I'm not going to change any of this scenario. I'll leave it on the chart, but also you need to be aware of the bearish scenario. I think a larger sell-off is expected if we move below this $175 level, or rather 178. That would be the low of that smaller wave 4 here, and also it would be 175 would be below the 0.618 fib level at $175. Now what you need to be aware of, this would be a peak, a wave 5. After the wave 5 peak, I do expect a larger correction. That is important to be aware of. This is what the Elliott wave count is giving me at the moment. So again, this would be my primary scenario to move up, because I believe we are still in a bull market. After that would be a sell-off, and then we can expect much higher prices somewhere in the $500 range. So far, again, looking good. We can see that on the daily, on the RSI, we also have scope to the upside, just moved into the bullish range, actually confirming further rising prices, not overbought at all. Also here on the MACD, we can see a bullish crossover down here coming very soon, possibly today or tomorrow, depending on how the price is developing. So that's another potential buy signal supporting, let's say, my scenario here that we are continuing to move up. And let me just go into the 4-hour chart. We can see here that on the 4-hour we are slightly where we came into the overbought range. That means on the 4-hour, that confirms also why we found some resistance here. So we had two things coming together. First of all, getting into the overbought range on the 4-hour RSI, plus hitting that key fib level here at $230. So we need to bring that down a little bit before we can continue our move up. But on the daily, because we've just entered the bullish range and the daily is more meaningful and there is much more scope to move up on the daily, I think this 4-hour will probably correct a little bit on the RSI, maybe down to the 50 line. But this would mean that we probably still will stay in the bullish range on the RSI on the daily, which would then be very helpful to continue our way up. Looking at the weekly, let me just check here on the weekly, not a long chart history on Coinbase here, but we've come out of the overbought range. On the weekly, we've been in the overbought range for a while, which is also probably why we struggle to really go higher here. But now we have moved below the overbought 70 level on the RSI a little bit, and this could also help us to push a little bit higher. That is pretty much what I expect now for Solana, and I remain within my scenario here and I'll stick to it. And again, nobody has a crystal ball, but if we move below that $175 to $178 level, that would indicate a larger sell-off immediately. So that would be the bearish scenario. Hopefully you liked that video about Solana. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.